Today I want to talk to you about hoops, and why I think more people should play it. I think this for one simple reason: it will make you a better Rocket League player. Playing hoops can improve a wide variety of skills, including your aerials, your dribbling, 50-50s, your reaction time, and so much more. But there are 3 specific skills I want to focus on in this video, because I think they are quite unique to hoops in how often they come up in game, and therefore how effective hoops can be at improving them. This video is the first part of a series where I'm going to talk about all the different game modes and how they're useful to teach us different skills. This first one will be about hoops, the next one will be about drop shot, and then I'll do 1s, 2s and 3s. I'm not going to talk about 4s or rumble or snow day because I don't really think they can teach you any particular skills. If you disagree and you think that these game modes might be useful to teach certain skills, let me know in the comments and tell me what skills you think they're useful to teach. If you can convince me, I'll make a video about those game modes as well. Okay, let's get into it. The first skill on my list is probably the one that comes up mostly in offense when you first start playing hoops, particularly if you're ranked around plat and below. It's this type of shot shown here. I'll call it light touches, particularly when chipping the ball, but actually all types of light touches. Because the arena is so small in hoops, the margin for error is massive. This means that if your touch is just a tiny bit heavy or inaccurate, it could be the difference between scoring and getting scored on. Therefore, when playing hoops, you get used to being really deliberate and accurate with your touches in a way that the normal modes don't constantly force you to do. Take a look at this situation here. As you can see, because the touch was too heavy, the goal wasn't scored and the opposition could counterattack. And now a similar situation where a lighter touch led to a goal. Here's a couple of other examples of a different type of light touch. I think that being forced to get these kinds of touches on the ball really helps with keeping control of the ball when playing the normal modes. It helps negate that instinct to just hit the ball as hard as you can all the time, and allows you to retain possession more often, instead of giving away possession every time you hit the ball. Playing hoops has definitely helped make me into a more patient and deliberate player, and I find that particularly after playing a long session of hoops, when I do go back to playing normal modes, I'm really good at these super light touches and always keeping control of the ball. Okay, the next skill I think hoops is super useful to develop is one that comes up in defensive situations in hoops quite often, and translates into normal modes in both offense and defense. It's this situation here. I'll call it high overhead aerials. This is something I struggled with massively when I started playing Rocket League. It's so disorientating when the ball is directly overhead or slightly behind you, and it doesn't come up often enough in the normal game modes to really get good at it from just playing them. And it's a really difficult thing to practice in free play, so there's really only custom training to practice it regularly in. In hoops, however, because the arena is so small, and also because of the horizontal position of the goal, which means that most goals are scored by the ball coming down from above, this situation comes up constantly when defending in hoops. Take a look at this situation. As you can see, a poor overhead aerial read led to conceding a goal. And this one, where a good read successfully defended the goal. This skill translates all over the pitch in normal game modes, and is definitely right up there with one of the most important skills when defending in 2s and 3s. So if you struggle with reading these kinds of balls, I highly recommend jumping into hoops to get some practice in. Okay, the third and final skill I think hoops really helps develop is what I call backboard wall clears, both wall to air dribble clears and boom clears. So this situation comes up all the time in hoops because, again, the arena is so small, and so the ball spends quite a lot of time on the walls. Also, because the goal is just a short drop from the backboard, quickly clearing the ball from this area is incredibly important. Take a look at this situation. As you can see, a poor clear led to conceding a goal. And this one, where a good clear successfully defended the goal and actually scored one too. This is a type of defensive clear that you'll see pros and high-level players doing all the time, but can actually be used all over the pitch in both offense and defense. It translates really well into 2s and 3s, and improving it will really add to your game in these modes. Hoops is such a fun game mode, and I think it's massively underrated. The player counts are one of the lowest of all the game modes in Rocket League, and I think this is such a shame because it can be both really fun and it can even teach us some really important skills that will help make us into better all-round Rocket League players. So I really want to encourage more people to play it. I hope that this video at least somewhat convinced you that Hoops is worth playing. Let me know in the comments if you think Hoops is useful to teach any other skills. And please like the video if you found it useful, and subscribe for more Rocket League content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one.